Damn, this is way better in the car. It's so loud outside. I can actually think. Feels good. So, there's a quote that says that knowledge is power. And this quote is only partially true, like religion, because knowledge alone will do nothing for you. If you're like me, or like you, and you need to lower this chair or something. This bun of hair is too tall. So, if you're like me, you could spend days, weeks, months, and years reading and researching and watching YouTube videos and attending free online master classes, etc., etc. And if you do nothing with this knowledge, what power does that give you? If you don't apply the knowledge, if you don't implement the knowledge into your life, what kind of power do you really have? And if you're also like me in this way, where the reason that you don't apply the knowledge or you might not implement it into your life is because we have a lack of self-discipline. Self-discipline alone is a form of knowledge, and confidence is a byproduct and counterpart. With knowledge, you have confidence in what you think you know or what you say you know, and so you are confident enough to discipline yourself to apply the knowledge. Fast forward, after applying the knowledge by being self-disciplined, you again build confidence. So it's having confidence enough to apply the knowledge, and then having confidence because you have applied the knowledge, and now you have wisdom rather than just knowledge alone. God, my nose won't stop tickling. Since everything in this world that we live in is energy, the knowledge inside of you is energy. The words that you speak, the thoughts in your head, the books that you've read, it's all energy. Self-discipline requires energy. So if you are too lazy or too out of love with yourself to be self-disciplined and apply the knowledge, then you will not gain power and you will lack confidence, because you know, like me, that you could be doing better. You know that you've done research on X, Y, or Z topic, and since you have not applied the knowledge, now you lack confidence. Or you could apply the knowledge, which takes self-discipline, and you would build confidence within yourself, which is energy. Everything is energy. Weird. So take me, for example. I'm around 6'1", 140 to 150-ish pounds. Definitely not anything worth bragging about. So if you were me, and you thought, I would like to be 180 pounds, and knowledge says, if you want to weigh more, eat more food. So that's knowledge. If you have that knowledge, and you do not apply the knowledge, that is not power. There is no power in knowledge alone. The application of knowledge is where you build power. And so if I knew that I had to eat more in order to go from 140 to 150 to 160 pounds, and I did eat more, so I applied the knowledge, bada bing, bada boom, I'm growing. Point is, the application of knowledge is where the power comes from. It's so repetitive. You just apply it to any point of life. If you know something and you don't do something, you're not going to gain any benefit from it. If you know that you have to eat to gain weight and you don't eat, you're not going to gain weight. That knowledge gives you no power unless you apply it. And voila, power comes. Confidence only comes from within. You cannot find confidence. You can't find your own confidence in somebody else. You can't go and be like, yo, grab some confidence out of your pocket and lend it here. The only way to gain more confidence is to take more action. Because no matter what, you cannot be confident within yourself if you never did anything. If you were trapped in a dungeon, shackled down for 80 years of life, let's say this dungeon was a library, and you read every single book for 80 years in this garage-sized library room that you're in, whatever. You have lots and lots of knowledge, right? We'll say yes. If you're trapped alone in this library dungeon, what good will that knowledge do you? You can't apply half of it because you're stuck there alone in your little dungeon. And now, let's just metaphorically shift this library dungeon into just the mental cage. That library is all of the knowledge within your own mind. It's all the experiences and all the information and all the insights you've gained over the course of your life. And your own mind is just a self-imposed limitation. You block yourself. You lack the confidence. I lack the confidence to take action, to sit down and record a video. I lack the action, or I lack the confidence to take the action to blank, to blank, to blank. So no matter who you are and what it is you're trying to achieve, action is required. You could spend your entire life researching, becoming the best at any given subject, but nobody in the world will ever know you exist if you do not apply the knowledge, if you do not take action. I forget where it is that I read this. It was talking about McDonald's, and it was saying, pretty much, does McDonald's sell the best cheeseburgers? Do they make the best cheeseburgers? The answer is obviously a no, because I don't think there's anybody in the entire world that thinks McDonald's cheeseburgers are the best. So how is it that McDonald's sells more than anybody else? It's not because they make the best product. It's because they have the best sales pitch. They apply their knowledge and they gain all that power. It's just like the other quote or saying or whatever, where you can have the best blank in the world. You can invent a new wheel. You can have this incredibly amazing device. And if you are unable to present it to the world, if you're unable to gather attention to whatever it is that you're trying to promote, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm sure there are plenty of people in the world that have great ideas, but they lack confidence. I mean, just think to yourself right now. Have you ever, in your life, thought of some invention where you're like, damn, you know how cool that'd be if blah 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 existed, if I was able to create whatever, and then a month or a year later, you see the exact same thing that you thought of a year prior being sold in stores or on a commercial, and you're just like, I literally thought of that myself. What the fuck? All you had to do was have confidence, take action, care enough. That's all so many people need. That's what I tell myself so often. All you need, all I need, is to care more. But it's not care about what other people think, care about whatever external factors of your life, care about things. You just need to care about yourself. Just care more about what it is you want. Care to love yourself. I keep having a burp. Just a year ago, like literally right now, 1 year ago, I knew it was a lie, but how do I say it? I lived as if I hated myself. Like when I asked myself, I knew deep down, like, yeah, obviously I love me. I can't truly hate who I am. But on the outside, the way that I lived, the way I presented myself, the way I treated myself, the way I took care of myself, I just didn't care. I lacked love for myself. I lacked a why in any way, shape, or form. I didn't care to do great things. I would rather just complain, sit around, blame external factors and act like a victim. I lacked the confidence to take action, and since I never took action, it caused me to lack more confidence, and I was just very undisciplined. I hardly ever, oh my note, I hardly ever disciplined myself to act on what it is I told myself I knew. So, knowledge alone is not power. The application of knowledge is power. The application of knowledge requires discipline, and discipline requires a form of confidence where you were confident enough to be willing to care enough about yourself in order to do the things that you think would be beneficial to do. We all just need to care more. But we just need to care about ourselves more. The world is not going to solve its problems by the big organizations or the billionaires making change. Target and Walmart and Amazon and all these big businesses, they're not going to change things for us. We can't rely on the World Health Organization or PETA to make people healthy and go vegan or whatever. It has to be an individual choice. The individual power. Just one by one by one by one. The little pawns in the game of chess. Each of us pawns. We have to make the decision to be better for ourselves, in a way, by ourselves. Like, you don't have to go along this journey alone. You can grab a partner, find a mentor, pay for a course or a program online, use a free YouTube video like this one or something better, and yeah, just find knowledge, apply the knowledge by caring enough, and by caring enough to apply the knowledge, boom, you build confidence. And with this confidence, you present yourself to the world. The rest of the world sees you and it goes, God damn, this guy. He's got confidence pumping out the ass. I wish I could exude confidence like this guy. And then this guy, let's just say me, is just, at first at least, pretending. It's just like, man, I gotta pretend to be confident until I am. It's not lying to yourself. It's basically just practice. You trick your subconscious mind pretty much. But if you present yourself to the world and they see this confidence just exuding out of you, just by you living by example, others will either A, just start acting the same way, just be like, I wish I was like that, I'm going to act like that, aka start lying to yourself, and then you turn into that, so now it's not a lie. Or B, they'll reach out and they'll go, yo, what the fuck are you doing to be so confident? How did you change so much? I remember you 3 years ago back in school, you were a little pansy. Now look at you. Whatever. I mean, shift the visualization I just gave to anything. Yeah. You have to live by example. I've learned that the hard way, but, I mean, again, knowledge is nothing without application. And so if I just kept trying to change people, my dad or my mom or my sister or a friend or an acquaintance, if I forced my views upon them and I said, hey, you should stop eating meat because meat is unhealthy. Plants are better for you. They just go, yeah, thanks for the knowledge. I don't care. But if you lived by example and you cut out meat from your diet, and let's say you went plant-based and you changed your bodily structures, you changed your mental capacities, you improved yourself in every way, shape, or form, and you gathered people's attention, they would look over at you and be like, how does he do it? I either need to copy him myself or just ask a question. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep talking forever like I always do. We're the pawns in the game, but we got the power. Jesus Christ, it's hot. Just like in the movie Ants with the grasshoppers. The grasshoppers is Rothschild and the Illuminati and these rich warlords, pretty much, then the 99% of people have no power alone, but we are not alone. We all have each other. And the only way we can improve is by improving ourselves, leading by example, and hoping people choose to adopt the same, aka self-improvement, confidence, discipline, application of knowledge, etc., etc. Leave a comment. Tell me what I suck at. Tell me what I'm decent at. Tell me what I can improve upon. Tell me what to upload a video of next, because I have no real idea. I have a lot of kind of ideas, but I don't know which one to choose. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Comment literally saying anything you want, because a comment is a comment, and YouTube will be like, hey, you're getting comments, and then I'll be like, hey, I'm getting comments. Maybe more people will be willing to comment because they see other people have commented and stuff like that. Yep. Okay, carry on. Have a nice day. Adios. I don't like the sound of my voice on camera.